Mike Eglin. I'm here with Joe Strickland. We're with Barrett Roofs. What we're going to do today is show you the application of our Ram Quick Flash PMMA system. For this job, we're going to need a drill with a mix blade, paintbrush, roller, and scissors. We have our fleece, we have our catalyst, we have our primer, and we have our membrane. First thing we're going to start off doing is taking a measurement and getting our fleece ready. After that, we're going to mix our primer. We're going to apply our primer, we'll mix our membrane, we'll apply the fleece, and then we will apply another layer of the membrane. This board has representations of a pipe penetration, a drain pipe. This can be used in a flashing situation as well as a full roof system. It's available in gray and black.
All right, so right now what we're going to do is we're going to mix the catalyst with our primer. And so we want to mix that up just a little bit to just activate and get any solids that are on the bottom of the can up into the rest of the liquid. And you mix it at a slow rate because this stuff will splash. So as we mix, you can see the colors coming up, a dark gray coming into the light. And we'll want to mix, it takes about 3 minutes or so for it to completely mix before you throw in the catalyst. So the temperature parameters for mixing the primer are 35 to 64 degrees. In that parameter, you would use 2 bags of 100 grams of catalyst. We are now mixing. We're going to mix slowly so there's no splashing. And you want to get all the catalyst incorporated into the membrane resin.
We are going to start out with priming all the areas that will receive the membrane and the fleece. The next part of the process is mixing our membrane. We need to mix this slowly to get all the solids from the bottom of the can evenly mixed throughout. Now that we've applied our membrane, we're going to embed our fleece, which we have pre-cut. They're cut in a triangular shape, so as they go into the drain, you'll see that we will overlap those. Take your time, make sure you press them into the membrane. You'll see that the membrane starts to come through it a little bit. Embedded the fleece and created a pan inside of the penetration. And what we'll do next is we're going to put another layer of membrane on there, and that will seal this tight. So if you see here, we do have a couple little areas that are, we have some gaps. What you'll do is wait for this to dry completely and then come back with the membrane again and touch those spots up. Now we're going to go over and do our pipe penetration. So for the pipe penetration, it's already been primed. We're going to cover it with our membrane. This is the piece we talked about earlier that I cut to the size of the pipe and cut fingers around the bottom edge. So I'm wrapping this completely around, making sure that it goes all the way to the bottom and each finger is flush. Okay, I'm putting a little membrane on the back side where the 2 pieces of the fleece overlap and make sure there's a good seal there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, once it's all even and spread out here, I'm going to put our next layer of membrane on top. Continue your way all the way around. All right, next I'm going to put on, this is pre-cut to the size of the pipe penetration. This is going to slide down. I want to make sure it's nice and flat on the bottom. This just helps with any of the gaps that are in the fingers. Make sure that you're covered everywhere. Make sure get this embedded into the membrane that's already applied. And then we'll start with our next coat of membrane. In this case, I'm going to start from the top here and work my way down the pipe. Okay, now that we're finished with the flashing, you can put different roofing systems on top of this. For instance, a hot applied like our Ram Tough 250. You could put a cold applied like our Black Pearl. Or you could, in this case, also use our Quick Flash PMMA full roof system. In every situation, you have a watertight system from Barrett Roofs.